It's among the best we've made.
It's all thanks to you!
Good work, Monkey. Thank you. We owe it all to you.
No, we did this together.
Everyone, great work! We did it!
Stunning neck.
Studying him out, too.
Go ahead.
You did well.
We owe you and Azuz an apology. Hey.
Right.
It's fine. You did it for us. We were the ones who got carried away. All's well as long as the Everforge is working.
We're glad.
Sorry for the trouble.
Thought I'd seen it all.
Happy to help.
Gemma? Huh? The boss said I did well. I think he's really excited for the next one. That's great! When everything was falling apart, I was ready to give up, you know. But then, you really yelled the courage right back into me. You single-handedly saved the day.
I don't know about that. I think you can't get a finished product without all the components coming together, right?
Yeah.
People sure are strong.
Plenty is here!
Thank you, travelers, for everything you have done.
All of Azuz's tribes owe you our lives and livelihoods.
What do you intend to do next?
Chief Yabron, you mentioned hearing stories about the Black Flame when you were a boy.
Yes. I pored over some old tomes and finally found what I believe might be its name. It is called New Udra.
The apex predator of this region.
It was arrogant to think we could harness the Fire Spring's power anytime we want.
Turns out too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Was that the first time the Fire Spring ever broke its cycle?
Yes. Werner explained that our seasons are produced by some artificial mechanism. Not sure I believe it. Everything we consider nature isn't natural. We're gonna need some time with that one.
Werner was just trying to make things better for us. We won't hold it against him.
We'll begin by returning to the Plains base camp. We have to share our findings with our colleagues.
Really? But the season of plenty is just starting. Surely there's no harm in staying a little longer and enjoying it.
It's not the worst idea I've heard.
All units of the expedition will be converging at the Windward Plains base camp. Rosso from the Rubrum unit is requesting our support. We should find him at our earliest opportunity.
Sorry about Werner. Thanks for cleaning up his mess. That must have been a real hand-wringer for Olivia.
Honestly, it's a mystery to me how the two of them even get along.
Are you kidding me? Those two are so much alike. If anything, it feels like I'm the one struggling to keep up with them. If it wasn't for Olivia and Werner, I probably wouldn't even be in the guild. Which I guess I shouldn't say too loudly, or they'll leave me in the bushes somewhere.
Oh there! That festival was a spectacle we won't soon forget, huh? The sparkle on that Aura calcite.
Thanks for defending Azuz while I was gone. It freed me up to focus on the hunt.
Of course. Keeping people safe is what I live for. It's my guiding astrum, you might say. I'm just glad we kept everyone safe. Not a single life was lost. Nothing matters more to me than that.
So, yeah. Guess I made trouble for you back there.
If the trouble's just for me, I can handle it. And that's not the problem.
Look, I know what you're going to say. Thing is, my brain doesn't work like other people's. I still don't think what I did was wrong. Sometimes you're just going to have to spell it out for me. And that's fine. I can take it, you hear?
Well, what can I do for you? Hey, congrats on another job well done. The heat was on, but you were blazing.
Right back at you.
Everyone. You, the rest of the team, the villagers. It was amazing. And Maki's whole outlook's really turned around. All that fire really put a shine on her.
And that little girl that used to be a lot like her. Does she approve?
Oh, yikes. Are we really going there? I guess little Gemma would be ugly crying her eyes out. That's how proud she'd be. Thanks, Hunter. You're a good friend. You know, I might just hang on to you.
Hunter, wasn't the Fire Spring Festival incredible?
It sure was. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun! I'm really happy I was able to see this place. The people are so full of life, and creative, and shouty. They go after things with all they've got. Where I come from, people aren't quite like that. I just wanted to say thank you for making this journey with me. I know I haven't been much help yet, but I'll do my best to guide us to my village.
You know, if there's there's anything I learned from my time in Azu's, it's this. I asked the people, why do you keep it up? Crafting the same old things the same old way. They all looked at me and said, why? Why? 'Cause we likes to, that's why. Turns out that's a pretty universal reason. Why study things? Why hunt? 'Cause we likes to.
Is that what they sound like?
Anyway, it occurred to me that I might have been too fixated on our differences. But we're all made of the same stuff. People are people, wherever you go. I'm glad I got to spend time with the people of Azu's.
There you are. I wish to discuss our next move. Do you have a moment? This way. All right, good. Everyone's here. Let's begin.
Some time has passed since we entered the Forbidden Lands. We should review what we've learned.
Good idea.
The weather follows a pattern of seasons. Fallow, then inclemency, and finally a season of plenty. These events occur in a cyclical rhythm.
Right. And the rhythm is most likely controlled by the energy flowing through the land spine.
That energy is called Wilk, and it's a part of everyday life across these lands.
Makes you want to know where it comes from, doesn't it?
We followed the land spine down under the basin, but it seemed to continue on past the ice shard cliffs.
Then we need to investigate the far side. The White Wraith appeared during the downpour and the sand tide.
Which lends strong evidence that it's feeding on the elemental energy those inclemencies produce.
But isn't it strange, then, that it didn't appear during the fire spring?
Indeed. Why didn't it?
Perhaps it already has all the elemental energy it needs?
Seeing as there have been no further sightings, it'll be hell picking up its trail again.
I suggest our unit looks for a way to pass beyond the ice shard cliffs.
Then I have good news for you. Remember the thick ice blocking the passageway? I have confirmation that the black flame seems to have melted it away.
The path that leads to my village?
That is fortunate. You can investigate the land spine and the keepers. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Then, that's our objective.
Astrum unit will set up a base camp at the Ice Shard Cliffs to further our research. Now we all know what to do. Let's get to it!
This was where the obstruction was.
Look! I can finally go home. This way, everyone! This is definitely the right way. I can't wait to see everyone! And Uncle Tashin!
Did you really walk this whole way by yourself? That's incredible, Nata.
Thanks to Nata, our 2 worlds have been connected. We will find his people.
That's right. Lead the way, Nata.
Okay!
It's completely different here.
I don't remember all these fruits. I dropped a glove. It must be here somewhere. Found it!
Let's go.
That's the way to the village.
Something's wrong! In the pools of Wilk. Did its attack create them? Regenerating? I need to destroy them before they fully heal. Something's leaking from its wound. That's the place to attack. Bet I can set up camp there. Need to be careful, but could be helpful to have a campsite here.